Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Those out there in YouTube land, welcome to another episode of Balanced View and Kranky Live. Today we're bringing to you Watchalong of the Jamaica versus India. If you saw one cricket match we have played to India and Jamaica. So we're going to watch World Cup from afar and play some friendly FIFA. I was informed that this was elevated, bless up Sanjay, to a FIFA Tier 1, so I guess the points do count. I know many people are very discouraged about what transpired with Jamaica in qualification. And some of them say I'm done with Jamaica. I'm not done with Jamaica. I watch my football because of my pleasure this. So I'm done with Jamaica. That not happen. Now, the game will commence in the next 17 minutes. Thanks Sanjay about my team winning, Arsenal winning. Arsenal won. They're playing in Champions League on Saturday, which, by the way, conflicts with the semi-final and final of this game. So if I planned this, didn't plan it right. And then my Knicks will be in the NBA final starting next week. So it's a very good month, actually. Good month for me. Very good month. So just to go back, this was the starting 11. Sorry, I'll come up with the starting 11. This was the squad. And there were some changes made and additions. So this was the squad for the team. If you look at the squad, a lot of players. And now I'll go to what the starting 11 looks like. So this was the squad. And you'll see some of the differences there in terms of players. So this is the starting 11 for both teams. For the Jamaica team, you have Connor Boyce Clark, who played for the Jamaica under 20 about 3-4 years ago when we played in South America. They did fairly decently. Not like the one subsequently, which was all a local team, about 90% local. And then we have Samuels, Odin Samuels, who is a trainee at Everton. He's in the under 21. He's a left back. Now, if you notice, from the previous squad, Webster was supposed to be in this year. I'm not sure if he dropped out, but he's not starting today. I don't see Latti in the list either not starting. So I find it interesting that Latti and Webster are not there. I don't know what their rationale is. Did they drop out or they just start playing them in this game? But they feel comfortable they can beat India without them. Not sure what that is. Kyle Ming came in. I mean, he came in to replace Latti because I didn't hear that Latti dropped out, but maybe he did. So Ming is starting at centre half with Lowe. They said Samuels is a left back that plays at Everton in their under 21. And I'm looking at the screen, there are a number of Jamaicans there. And when I look at the stadium, at least the side they're showing it from, the camera's on the other side, there's nobody in the stands. So I know a lot of people are not going to the game this time around. We have Brandon Cover, who was here last year, didn't get any game time, but looked like he's going to be at right back. And Brandon Cover is at Rottingham United in League One. So Connor Boyce Clark is actually playing in the National League for Aldershot. Samuels at Everton. Damian Lowe, as many of you know, is playing over in Where is he? Indonesia? Brandon Covett rather than Ming. All of you should know Kyle Ming. I'm sure the coach knows him well. He plays in the JPL. Then we have Isaac Hayden, who is the captain for the tournament, but Damian Lowe is the captain for the game. Interesting setup. But Isaac Hayden is going to be the CDM as he normally is. And then we have a new player, a Courtney Clark, who I'm not familiar with. He plays at Walsall in League 2. And then we have Tyree Saul, who I'm very familiar with. Tyree Saul actually played in the World Cup playoffs. He came on late in the second game against DR Congo. Been talking about him for a little while on my channel. He's a Tottenham. There's been a lot of good comments about him and his ability. And he was at Notts County on loan. Started the season really well, scored a bunch of goals and assists, but fell off later on the season. But is a player with a lot of promise. And then we have Nicalia Fuller, who's Tivoli Gardens, who's a JPL player. We have Bailey Cadamarti, who is we know pretty well, and who is at Wrexham. I think he went there for about $1 million last year. £1 million, I should say. And then we have Kahim Dixon, who is a trainee at Charlton Athletics. And by the way, they're playing at the Charlton, at the London Valley field. So that's starting 11. On the bench, we have Joshua Grant, a goalkeeper, backup goalkeeper. We have Tafari Chambers. We have Giovanni Lang. Christopher Ainsworth is also on the bench. A lot of the JPL players are the ones I'm seeing on the blends. We have Merrick, who plays at Montego Bay United. We have Nikila Hellis, who I hear a lot about and like to see him play. That should be interesting because he's got a lot of recognition about his ability and his what he can offer. We have DeJane Brown on the bench also. He's a forward. We have Raheem Edwards, who I thought was injured. Didn't he get injured in the JPL game? But he's also here. We have the Dutchman, Marlon van der Wettering, who plays for Eindhoven in the Dutch second division. And then we have Nick Simmons, who I think is at FC Dallas. And then we have the famous Delano Splat, who we have heard a ton about. We've heard a ton about. And Splat was here maybe 3-4 years ago. When he was 20, got hurt. There was some, I'm not sure if it was dispute, went back to England. And he's playing in the National League, actually. So that is the team. That is the team and the substitutes. And you can see the India starting lineup. I'm not going to try to pronounce these names. I'm not going to try to embarrass myself. I could, but I won't. But you can see, I'm going to do the last name. You can see they have Singh, Beke, Nahorem, Jigan, Mishra, Chante, Tanahojan, Williams, Chaudhary, Lajudika, and Pojari. That's the India team. Bless up, King Duck. How you doing? King Duck, how's it going? Mr. Drew Ross, how are things? Bless up, Drew Ross. And by the way, as Drew Ross is saying, as you come in, people hit the like button. Hit the like button. We can't have 63 people watching and 22 likes. Come on, people. You know how much time we spend? I try to get information so we can bring this to you. Even try to bring you some name of clubs not even no one can pronounce. Come on, people. Oh, come on, King. How much we put it past them? I don't know. India is missing about, just like how Jamaica is missing most of the senior team. I think India is missing about, from their primary league, about 6 of their regular starters, apparently. That came across when they had a press conference. So, Mr. Lansley Blake, pastor, preaching the word of the Almighty. Jah Rastafari, ever live it, ever sure. Pastor, as they come in, hit the like button. Hit the like button, come in, Pastor. Well, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to a few things. I didn't see Cadamarti, Kaylin on the bench. I would love to see him get some game time. He's was he 17 or 18-year-old with a lot of potential and was acquired by City for over £1 million. More than his brother, actually, and he's much younger. The game starts in 9 minutes. You can watch the game on... I've only seen 2 sources for the game. In fact, if you go online, you only see 1 source, but there are 2 sources. At least for all I know, could be more. The first source is if you're in Asia, so you're in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, all those countries in a similar location, you can subscribe to Fan Code. It's a subscription channel. You can watch a game there. Or if you're in this part of the world or any other part of the world and you want to contribute to Jamaica football and you want to watch the game, you can subscribe to the JFF channel. It's called JFF Live. If you go into YouTube, you'll see some Asian JFF Live that has it's the one that has 25,000 subscribers, not the one that has 200,000 subscribers. So you go in, you have to pay a fee. It will cost you, if you do it on your computer, it costs you about $5.99. If you do it on your iPad and iPhone, it may cost you about $7 or $8, about $7.99. There are 2 levels. I guess one give you perks, so you can do the $5.99. I think it's $7.99 if I'm not mistaken on the computer, or $7.99 and $12.99. I think it is on your iPad. Don't hold me to that, but you can buy the game for $6. It ain't gonna kill you. Don't be cheap. Support the program. Bless up, Wilbert Moore. How you doing? Somebody just sent me something here to laugh at FIFA. I'm looking forward to the game. At the end of the day, what we're trying to see here, people, is this. Are there any young players that have the capability to matriculate to the senior team? That is the question. Right? That's the question. Do we have any young players who are good enough to matriculate to the senior team? So whether it's a Brandon Cover, who's been around for a while, whether Delano Splat has been around for a while, Tyrese Hall is pretty new, but I think Rudolph likes him. In fact, I know Rudolph. I shouldn't say I think. I know Rudolph likes him. And by the way, I've been pushing Tyrese Hall to be in this team since early in the World Cup qualifiers, and McLaren didn't like him. I can tell you that. And when I talk to people, I'm not guessing. I'm telling you. McLaren didn't like his game. Didn't think he played both ways. They thought he only played offense and played the defense. I think Rudolph likes him because I think he truly plays both ways. Yes, you will buy all the games. That is true, Gunners. If you pay $5.99, you can actually always unsubscribe come end of May, but it is all the games for the subscription for a month. So if you pay $5.99, it's for the month of May, even though the month is almost done. So it's $5.99 per month. So whatever they're showing on the channel, apart from maybe some, I don't know what perks they allude to, you can get it. The game is about to start. It's 5 minutes from game time. The players are out. I guess they're singing their national anthem or anthems, and then we'll commence the game. Is it okay to share? I don't know. I can't tell you that. Maybe it's like a Amazon. I don't know. I assume that it is. Tuffy Rudy, how you doing? How are things, Tuffy? Yeah. No, you can't share, man. You can't share. I'm sure you can share. But by the way, people, as you come into the channel, hit the like button. And those of you who are very disappointed, some are despondent about what transpired World Cup qualifiers, here's my suggestion. And you may not like it. Get over it. Move on with your life. It's done. You can't change it. It's history. You can talk about it if you want, but get with the program. May I support my team? Especially, I thought Ravel would come and play, I thought I heard Ravel wanted to play. Maybe Rudolph didn't call him. I should have followed up with Rudolph on that. Bless up, Gunners. How you doing, Gunners? Love the programs, Gunners. And the hey, Gunners, want to see this Ellis play. I watched your channel the last time, I mean, yeah, boots up Ellis, so I want to see him play. I want to see if he can judge talent, gonna see him. I want to see him play, because you boots him up enough. If you alone him a start today, so I want to see him play. My prediction, you know what, I can't predict because I've never seen India play. It would be foolhardy of me to predict. First of all, this team, the Jamaica team, is new, totally new. I haven't seen Conor Boyce Clark play in 5 years. I've never seen Odin Samuels play. I don't watch Kyle Ming that much. I've seen Brandon Cover in forever. I know Hayden. I know Hall. I know Conor Martery. I know Dixon. I don't watch Fuller that much. I've watched him a few times. And I don't know Courtney Clark. And I don't know the India team at all. So I would hope that we'd win. All right, gonna. So I'll push for him get game time. All right, I'll take some people. Gonna take some people. If after the game, I'll take some people. Gonna so he can get some game time. Me have no influence. Me have no influence. Come people, press the like button. Press the like button. King Dust says VPN. In this region, you may need VPN. King Duck, if you're in the UK, you may need VPN. So if you're out of North American region, you may need VPN. For JFF Live. I didn't know that they required VPN though for JFF Live to subscribe. That's interesting. That shouldn't be the case. Toffee Rudy says, Arsenal finally win. Don't give up on Jamaica. Arsenal and my team. Nixon back. Bigger boy. Yeah. No. Well, you know, Toffee Rudy, we are 2 out of 3. I'm a Knicks fan, big time Knicks fan. I'm a Jamaica fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. So as far as Arsenal are concerned, we win already. If we don't win Champions League, I'm past that. We win the Premier League, so we're good. If Champions League, I'm going to call Jamaica Brata. Emerson says going 0-3. What's the 3 for Emerson? Who you picking, Emerson? Emerson, can you see the game in the UK? Emerson, are you watching the game, Emerson, in the UK? And if so, do you need a VPN? Hopefully this is a better game than yesterday's game was atrocious. I'm sorry, I didn't like yesterday's game. I was watching part of the Zimbabwe-Nigeria game and I fell asleep. It was maybe because I don't have any affiliation or affinity to those teams. Maybe. And if Jamaica was playing that bad, I probably would still watch, but it wasn't pretty. So here's the starting lineup again. Boyce Clark in goal. He's in the National League. Odin Samuel Smith at Everton in the under-21. Damian Lowe playing in Indonesia. Kyle Ming playing in Jamaica, I think, for Cavaliers. Brandon Cover, who is playing for Rotterdam in League One. Isaac Hayden was at QPR. I think his contract may be up. Courtney Clark at Walsall FC in League Two. Tyrese Hall, maybe going back to Tottenham, but he's at Notts County. Was on there on loan, so I assume he's going back to Tottenham. Nicalia Fuller from Tivoli in JPL. Kadamart for Wrexham. And Kaheem Dixon, trainee at Charlton. Oh, okay. All right, Emerson. So since you're listening, I have to give you a ball-by-ball commentary. Ball is off. Jamaica trying to keep possession. We have Hayden. Are they playing 3 at the back? I think they're playing 3 at the back. So that means cover, or they're playing the right back up high. So it's Lowe playing the center of 3 at the back. Samuel's playing left back. Is this cover into Hayden, back to cover, out to Dixon inside the cover, coming inside. Goes wide. Trying to figure out his number 16. Oh, that's Tyrese Hall. Where's Tyrese playing? He should be in the middle. By the way, people, Conor Boyce Clark is brilliant with his feet. I don't know about his shot stopping ability, but he's brilliant with his feet. Jamaica controlling possession. India not really have a half-hearted press. How am I eating my H? Dixon trying to go along. Ball out of bounds, turn to Jamaica. We're in the second minute of play. Imagine, which Victor are you talking about? So Peter said 3-2 boys. I don't know. The way India start out, it look like they're going to score 2. I haven't seen them kick a ball yet. Throwing to Jamaica. Hayden. to Low. Out to Samuels inside to Hayden coming forward. Trying to go over the top. What was he trying to find with the ball? Good win by Kadamarti. Ball plays outside to Kadamarti again. Kadamarti trying to beat his man. Go inside. That looked like he was trying to find Fuller. Turnover. And here comes India. And it's going to be interesting. By the way, number 5 is Clark. Ball play out wide side to Dixon. Dixon control really well. Trying to hold off his man. He's been double teamed. Turnover by Dixon. Dispossessed. And India plays it out. Low heads it down to Hayden. Hayden turns. Looking for a pass. Goes wide to cover. Cover to Hayden. Hayden back to Low. Low all the way out to cover on the right. Cover to Dixon. Dixon to Hall. Try to 1-2 to Dixon. Dixon does reach a ball and turns it over again. Samuels out to Clark. Clark coming forward. Clark for FC Walfall. Clark trying to go inside, try to beat his man, got on the wing, trying to trying to cross ball out of bounds, and a corner to Jamaica. I like how Samuels look actually. Not getting a lot of pressure, but I like how Samuels look. That's Odin Samuels. He plays left back and he plays in the Everton youth system. So far, Jamaica is the better team. I can tell Jamaica is the better team by a decent margin too. Corner taken by Clark. Poor corner. Ball played out. Recovers by Samuels. Samuels tried to play the ball in the box. Poor pass by Clark. Out of bounds. Goal kick to India. If you just join us, and if you come in the chat, people, don't be stingy. I have 99 people and only 58 likes. That is not a good thing. Please hit the like button. I do appreciate you being here. You could have been any place else. Are you talking about Osimhen, Peter? Yeah, I don't think we'll get Osimhen. I'm not sure Osimhen will play in the Premier League or people want to break their wage scale and pay him the £400,000 a week he wants. Ball played out, headed down by Jamaica. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, Jerome. I know 22 is Fuller. Clark is number 5. What are you talking about? Clark is 5, 22 is Fuller. I have it right in front of me. So if I said that name wrong, that's not what I meant. But I know Clark is 5 and 22 is Fuller. Here's Kadamarti. Plays it wide to Fuller. Fuller turns it over. Jamaica wins it back. Ball plays out again to Clark. Try to cross. Blocked out of bounds. Throw into Jamaica. I was calling him Clark. Oh, I apologize. No, I have it in front of me. No, 22 is Fuller. So if I call it wrong, that's my bad. Maybe Ian Clark look alike. I apologize. Ball play to Clark, looking across. Good cross. Headed up by India. Jamaica with the ball misplayed by Cover. Cover wins it back. Turns it over again. Wins it back. Turns it over again. Ball out to Dixon. Butterfly catch. Ming plays back to Low. From Hayden to Low. Hayden is being the conductor in the middle. Low plays it wide out to Cover, coming forward. Plays it back to Ming. They're playing 3 at the back. That's interesting. I haven't seen Rudolph. He didn't go that way when he played for against Congo. Good ball by Low over to Fuller. Is offside. Come Fuller. Try to show you can do, Yeah, England. Scouts are watcher. Now we're not an offside thing. No pressure, Dexter. No pressure. Me a call people wrong name already. Every life family in trouble. Ball played up by India. Long over, headed out by Hayden. Throw into India. If you just join us, this is the Unity Cup semi-final. The first game was played yesterday between Nigeria and Zimbabwe. Nigeria won by 2-0. Nigeria didn't have most of their first team players. And no different from India or Jamaica today. A lot of the first team players are not here. But Jamaica played India in the second semifinal. The final and third place game we played on Saturday. Unfortunately, the Champions League final the same day, so they're going to have some challenge. The promoters didn't pick a good day. to have those games. Ball headed over, out of bounds, headed up by Jamaica. Dixon with 2 men around him, beat his man and got fouled. Free kick to Jamaica. We're in the 7th minute of play. And score tied at 0. So far, Jamaica has been the better team, controlling possession. I don't see no 4-2-3-1. I see cover play high up the field. So unless we are running high and play inverted, I see like Ming playing the right back. If you think of 4-2-3-1, fine, but I think of 4-2-3. I may be wrong, but cover is playing pretty high, almost like an inverted right in the right set location. Jamaica coming forward. Hayden looking to go long. Ball blocked by India. Playing butterband catch. Here comes Tyrese. Brilliant move by Tyrese. Left his Indian man for that and brilliant pass into Dixon. Dixon is free. Dixon coming forward. Cross. Shot. Should have crossed that ball. Blocked by India. Brilliant pass by Tyrese. So to me, promote people. Baller. Tyrese a baller. Here comes Jamaica again. Clark on the ring. On the left, coming forward. Brilliant goal by Clark. He headed on the left of the box. He looked up. Far corner. Nothing but net. Brilliantly taken. And I must say Clark has been impressive so far, actually. He picked the ball up on the left side of the 18, just inside the box. Looked left, looked up, and played it in the far corner. Sorry, people. We have to take that phone call there. Sorry, people, I had to take that call. That was a brilliant goal by Clark. Brilliant goal. Well taken. He looks impressive. Now, I don't want to get too excited, people, because sometimes be quality of the competition, but I've said this. There are players in this squad who I think will matriculate to the senior team. Tyrese is one of them, feel for sure. And I told you earlier, Rudolph speed like him. Tyrese set up that first part of that whole move. Obviously, that was where we scored from, but that ball he gave to Dixon was a brilliant ball. And Dixon should have crossed that ball. That's a bit selfish of Dixon trying to score from that angle. But that was a brilliant goal. And as Guzmina says, class. Yes, I agree. That was a classic goal. Brilliant goal. People, if you just come in the chat, please hit the like button. India with the ball coming forward. Ball plays out right. Where is Nicola Fuller? That's your attacker, Fuller. Fuller pressing his man. He's running behind him. Here comes India coming forward. That's number 10. Who is Williams. Try to find a man behind. Clark plays the ball out to Hall. Hall goes all the way back to Lowe. Lowe to Hayden. Hayden turns. Looking upfield. Gets the ball back to Clark. Clark to Lowe. Lowe to Samuel. Samuel to Clark. Brilliant move by Clark. Drop the shoulder. Plays a brilliant long ball of the Dixon. Dixon with his man isolated one-on-one. Let's see what he does. Dixon trying to take on his man. And he turns it over. Dixon, you're not impressing me. Here comes Jamaica again. Cover coming inside. Should have gone outside to Hayden. He does go outside to Hayden. Hayden looking for a pass, doesn't have one. Go back to cover. Cover, nice pass inside to Dixon. Dixon 1-2 to Hayden. Hayden back all the way back to Ming. Ming will go to Lowe. Jamaica looking like a professional team actually, and have India chasing the game. Jamaica is very, very comfortable. Ming to Lowe. Lowe back to Hayden. And Hayden has been the conductor in the middle. Hayden places out to cover. Brandon Cover, who is at Rotterdam in League One. He comes back to Lowe. Lowe coming forward. It's the first time I've seen Lowe not playing a lot of long balls. He's actually playing the ball on the ground. Maybe because he ain't getting no pressure. India having a half-hearted, I wouldn't even call it a press. I don't know what it is. They're running around a lot. But Jamaica is playing around them. Samuels to Lowe. Lowe all the way across the field to Ming. Whoever say we're playing 4-2-3 when I lie now till a three will play at the back. Because Brandon Cover is playing way up the field. Hayden to Ming. Ming to Lowe. Now we need to progress the ball through the middle. It's all good and play ball amongst yourself in the defense, but at some point you got to make some progression. Come on, people. Come on, Lowe. You have to go long. Lowe goes all the way out to Cover. Cover going to go back to Tyrese Hall. Tyrese inside to Lowe. Lowe will go outside to Ming. Now he does change his mind and go to Cover. Cover coming forward. He'll go to Hayden. Hayden looking to go long, goes back to cover. And cover, go all the way back to Ming. Now we're playing the ball around nicely, but we need some progressive passes. And now here come Hayden all the way over to Fuller. Fuller has his man one-on-one. Out of bounds. Sorry, that was the Clark. Ball out of bounds. Clark playing way up the field, actually. Almost more in Fuller's case. I couldn't see where the camera didn't pick Fuller up, but is Fuller drifting inside? Clark looks very impressive by the way. And Clark is playing in League... Where is he playing? League 2? He's at Walsall in League 2. But he's been very impressive. Remember the name, Courtney Clark. India trying to play out. Jamaica takes it back. Hayden wins it. And Jamaica come again. We're 12 minutes in and Jamaica has dominated possession. We'll love to see the possession stats, but I'm not sure Sofa Score is bringing us today. So Clark and Connor Boy's Clark has not been tested. We have only tested the keeper once. Obviously, once we scored. But we need to have more linkage between... and we have some already in the final third between Hall, Hayden, and Clark. Jamaica coming forward again. Dixon to Hayden to Ming. See, we're playing in our half really nice, and that's good. But we need to be able to play under pressure. So we have to get the ball up the field. A while ago, Hayden played the ball back to Ming. He should have dropped his shoulder and go forward. That's what he should have done. Ming trying to go over the top to find Kadamartu. Ball headed up by India. And India comes forward. Trying to go long. India play like how Cavaliers play. Here comes Jamaica. Clark plays it long. Try to find Kadamartu. There are two Jamaicans and one. And the India play over there. Can't see what his number is. Ball out of bounds. It was number 6. That was Mishra. Mishra plays off for 20 to Jamaica. If you just join us, we're in the 14th minute of play. This is the Unity Cup 2026, played in the Valley Charlton Athletic Stadium in London, England. Last year, Jamaica lost in the final on penalty kicks after beating Trinidad convincingly in the first game. Here comes Jamaica. Brandon Cover in the box, got tripped up. Referee said no foul. Cover thought it was a penalty. Referee said no. Ming with a wild foul on the play in front of him. And then he fouled and a referee didn't call a second foul. As a throw into India. That was a wild foul by Ming, actually. But it's throwing this to Jamaica. Jamaica come forward again. 15 minutes of play. Jamaica won. Brilliant goal scored by Courtney Clark. This is making his initial cap for Jamaica, his first cap, and scoring on his debut. I'm sure Simon will drop something telling us he's the XYG number Jamaican who scored on their debut for the national team. And it was a brilliant goal. Brilliant ball by Hayden over the top, trying to find Dixon. Does find Dixon. Dixon coming forward. Ball plays out of bounds by number 5, who is Jingan, and it's a corner to Jamaica. Well, no, it says it's a goal kick. I thought it was a corner. Oh, no, it's offside against Dixon. Sorry about that. I think India maybe in the, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I hope their football improves. I won't say anything, but I won't say why I know cricket this, but anyway. The score is 1-0, J. Russ. Goal scored by Courtney Clark, who is making his debut for Jamaica, playing in the midfield and scored a brilliant goal. Here comes Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall plays to Clark. Clark plays out to Dixon. Dixon back to Cover. Brandon Cover. Brandon Cover plays all the way across in the middle to Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe coming forward. And he turns back. We need to play more ball on the left side. We're to a right dominant, playing like Arsenal. Bad pass by Cover, but the ball picked up by Kadamartu, who then try a fancy flick back and turn it over. Here comes Cover again, fall against Cover, and Cover to Hayden. Hayden to Lowe. Lowe all the way up to Samuels. Samuels, who plays for number 21 for Everton, trying to beat his man and turns it over, but Lowe covered for him really well. Ball play back to Connor Boyz Clark. Connor Boyz going long. Trying to find Fuller. Ball headed up by India. And Samuels again to brilliant one-touch pass by Kadamartu. And brilliant ball by Fuller into Dixon. Dixon one-on-one to keeper. Shoot. Oh. Didn't score. Dixon again plays it back to Kadamartu to Fuller. Ball being bounced in the box and Dixon has to do better. That should have been two people. Brilliant pass by Fuller. Finding Dixon, and Dixon was wasteful. Wasteful. That was a brilliant ball. Really good build-up by Jamaica. Kadamar did a brilliant back heel to Fuller, who played a brilliant ball between the defense, between the lines to Dixon, and Dixon muffed the chance. Dixon not having the best time out there. He looks busy. He's getting a lot of service. He needs to make better decisions in the final third. But the game is still early. Here comes Jamaica again. Dixon plays a nice ball into Fuller. Fuller had the pass. It went inside to Kadamarte. Kadamarte all the way back to Hayden. Hayden, quick ball to brilliant step over by Clark. Left it for Samuels, but Samuels with a very poor cross. Collected by the keeper. Jamaica playing some nice football. Really nice football. So India trying to play out. Jamaica not really pressing. I think they start going aggressive as India get comfortable. India looking to go long, decide not to go long, go inside. India coming forward again. They're struggling to get the ball up the field. Jamaica now starting to press. As Tyrese all pressing, ball played up by India. Ball headed down. India coming forward. Good move by, can't see the player's number. Get around his man. India now trying to get some possession. Ball played to number 14. Oh, is Chaudhary. They playing the ball around now a little bit. And Jamaica has backed off and starting the defense mainly in their half, actually. Not a very vigorous press. A light press, I would call it. India trying to go between the lines. Bad pass by Ming. Ming inside to, couldn't see who that was. Low. Holding the ball, looking for a pass. It goes back to Ming. Ming to cover. Cover looking for a pass. Goes inside. Nice pass by Ming. The Kadamarte, who got fouled, but referee said play on, playing advantage. Samuels back to Low. Low all the way out from the left side over to Ming. Ming plays it out to, I'm not sure if that was Hayden. Oh, that was Fuller. So Fuller looked like he has switched wings, actually. Or was that Tyrese? No, that looked like Fuller. Fuller's supposed to be playing on the left, but he may have switched, even though I don't see Dixon on the left, so I'm not sure what's happening. Yep, he switched wings. He switched wings with Dixon. So Dixon started off on the right. Maybe they want to get Fuller more touches because we're playing right dominant. And Dixon has been a little bit wasteful. Played by India, collected by Connor Boyce Clark. Distributed to Low. Low in his own box. Goes to Hayden. Hayden looking to go long. Brilliant pass in between the line. Find Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall coming forward. Goes back to Hayden. Hayden looking up. Thinking about going long to Dixon. Changes his mind and goes back to Low. Jamaica just in his own half. Samuels out to Dixon. Ball towed off Dixon, throw into Jamaica. I'm not sure what Dixon's story is, but Dixon's not having a good game. Everybody else is playing well except him, to be honest. I'm going to do what Robbie. He's having a quiet game. Kadamarte trying to fight off two men, but lost possession. India won possession, coming forward. We're in the 22nd minute of play. Jamaica won. Goal scored by Courtney Clark, a brilliant goal. Jamaica 1, India 0. Ball played to Clark. Clark trying to beat two men and turn it back to Low. Middle is very congested. India's packed in the middle. Jamaica coming forward. Brandon cover. Plays the ball, really bad pass by cover, trying to find Fuller, really bad pass. He had time and space. Has to make a better pass than that. We're in the 22nd minute of play. This is Unity Cup 2026 being played at the Valley in Charlton, England. We're in the second of two semifinal. And they're going to take a hydration break. Apparently, they're having a heat wave in England. And those of you who know England really well know that England don't get warm until like for 2 months, July, August, and then we go back to the melancholy weather. But they're having a heat wave. I think the temperatures will go up to about in the 90s or 100, so it's ridiculously hot. So I'm going to take a hydration break also. They're showing the highlight of the first goal. So Clark had entered the box. The Indian player backed off, and there was just a space between the two defenders, and he placed it right between the space, right in the far corner. So he's at the edge of the 18 in the left corner, where you'd have this sort of little, look like a little triangle, a tip of a triangle, just at the edge of the 18. There are two Indian players there. They backed off. There was just a space between both. He used them as a guide to place the ball between them in the top corner. Brilliant goal. And there are a few Jamaicans in the stand. They're all sitting together. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Bless up Triples. How you doing? Are the Jamaican are in their Jamaican gear? They'd have had a much better turnout in Jamaica. Well, they wouldn't have had this for the World Cup, but Jamaica have been the World Cup. Because I have friends in England, and some of them are saying they weren't going to the game, even though they took their whole family last year. No, the goal scorer looked good. Who's football IQ Triples? What are you talking about? Yeah, the turnout is very, very low this year. Very, very low. Because I think the teams involved, Nigeria wanted to make the World Cup, so in Jamaica, neither of them made it. Game has recommenced. Foul against Jamaica, foul against Hayden. Hayden looked really good, by the way. And I'm glad Hayden is playing this game. He's showing leadership. Some of the players pulled out, but it's good that he's here. I'd love to see somebody else in the six, actually. Because Hayden is getting seasoned. But he's still a very good player. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Triples. Clark with the ball, trying to beat his man. And he's a very hard worker. He's a fighter out there. He's trying to beat his man in a very tight space. That wasn't smart. Probably should have gone back to Samuels with that ball. Throw into India. What do you mean, King Duck? Ball headed up by Ming. Not a good header by Ming. India coming forward. India with the ball, just in the Jamaica half. Jamaica has backed off. They probably should pressure the Indians. They're not the most skillful of teams. Good win there by Hayden. Anticipated pass. Pedro Cadamarti to Dixon. Dixon coming. It's not Dixon. Is that Dixon? No, that's Dixon coming forward. And he still has it. Fighting his man. Fighting. It's rough and tumble and got dispossessed. Jamaica won the ball back. Cover to, I think that's Clark all the way back to Ming, to Lowe. Why Loki's going back right? Play the ball to Samuels out left. You keep going the same direction all the time. Switch the play up. Yes, go left to Samuels. Samuels with the ball looking for a pass. Comes inside. Goes all the way back to Ming. India's trying to close down all the gaps. Not giving a lot of room to play the ball in between. And we're not taking risk, which we may need to. Hayden to Ming. Ming to cover. Good ball inside. Trying to find Clark. Bad decision by Clark. A bad turnover. I need Tyrese Hall to get more involved in the game. He has to put himself in position to get the ball. He does a good job when he gets it. India coming forward. Free kick to India. That was a foul by Clark. Clark up into the ref that he's being held. Yeah, you're right about it. Talk Sports is bringing it, but Talk Sports is just commentary, right? By the way, people, if you want to hear better commentary, you can go to Talks and listen to Talk Sports. You can watch me and listen to Talk Sports. Talk Sports in the UK. Is that Talk Sports or Talk Sports 2? Which one is it? Gunners. Is it Talk Sports or Talk Sport? I'm surprised if it's just regular Talk Sports. Free kick to India. Ball over top. Headed out. Kadamardi changing. Number 5 was Jingan. It's going to be a throw-in. Oh, commentary. Okay. But is it Talk Sports 2 or Talk Sports 1? They have two of them. Throw into India, deep in Jamaica's territory. If you just join us, we're in the 28 minutes of play. Unity Cup 2026, Jamaica, India. Jamaica leading by 1-0. India with a good cross. Ball played up by Jamaica. Ball come to Dixon. But I'm sorry, to Fuller. Fuller do a brilliant job and plays the ball out to Dixon. Dixon trying to get a 1-2. Ball played back to Dixon. Dixon with a good, brilliant cross played out by India. Corner to Jamaica. Really good. Fuller looks decent, actually. I like Fuller. I like how he's playing. Does a good job of holding off his man and playing the ball through. Main Talksport is showing the game. You mean they're showing the game where? On their YouTube channel? Talksport is a radio station now. So he's watching on Talk Sports. Interesting. Talk Sports is showing the game on their YouTube channel. Corner by Jamaica. Ball headed out by India. Wow, nice. That's interesting. I know it was on Talk Sports. I didn't know they were going to show it on the YouTube channel. Ah, okay, interesting. So people hear that. You don't have to pay for it then. Talk Sports may have bought the rights to the game and they're showing the game. So Talk Sports is a very huge UK radio station. They claim to be the biggest sports station in the world. I would say radio station. They do have a YouTube channel. They're very popular in the UK. So interesting. Okay. So a lot of people seem to be watching on Talk Sports. I knew it was on Talk Sports. I thought it was a commentary though. I didn't realize it was the YouTube channel that was coming on. A lot of bad and catch playing, nothing to commentate on. Samuels with the ball. Samuels inside to Hayden. Hayden to cover. Cover has Dixon. Well, I didn't decide not to play him in. Hayden back to Samuels. Samuels go back to Hayden. Back to Samuels. Low to cover to low. Oh, so maybe bringing all the games. Okay. No, they're saying it's Tuffy Rudy. They say if you go on YouTube, it's on YouTube live. That's what they're saying. So they may be bringing the commentary, but they're also showing it live. Ball played up by Connor Boyce. Clark out to Samuels. Samuels inside to Clark. Clark to Hayden. Hayden looking to go long over the top. Trying to find, I think that's, not sure that, is that Dixon? Yeah, it was Dixon. Out of bounds. Come Dixon, you have to play better, man. You're getting too much ball, Dixon. You're getting probably more ball up front than anybody else. More than Fuller. More than Billy Catamarti. You got to do something with him, Dixon. Come on. You're a better player than you're showing. Jamaica, India coming forward. Ball intercepted by Jamaica. And it's low coming forward. Plays the ball. Low is way up now. Ball at the cover. Cover to Dixon. Dixon should just cross it. Good cross by Dixon. Just to bring it back a little bit to the penalty spot. Out of bounds. Look like, is it offside or corner? Not sure. It may have been offside against Dixon. Let's see. Yes, offside against Dixon. Dixon, you're getting too much service, my youth. And you make too much mistake. Come on, Dixon. India coming forward. Well, they're in their own half. They're not really coming forward. They're playing around their box. Looking to go long and go extremely long. Ming with his man one-on-one. Ming wins it. India coming forward. They won the ball back. Trying to go inside. Ball in the pocket. India now playing the ball around there, just over the Jamaica's, just over the halfway line in Jamaica's half, and playing some nice little 1-2s. Jamaica is a much more physical team than India, and it's very obvious. Ball played out wide. Good fight by Clark, all out of bounds. Good defending by Clark. Clark plays both ways, actually, really well. I like Clark. Very physical, very athletic, have skills, and he showed his goal prowess by scoring a brilliant goal. Throw in to Jamaica. Ball all the way back to India with the ball. The goalkeeper plays it to his right back, number 7, who is, I don't want to try to pronounce it. I'm going to leave it alone. Because India come forward again. India hasn't crossed the halfway line too much. They make some nice little patterns sometimes, but to the keeper just make a pass to nobody, but they won it back. And Jamaica just backing off. Jamaica sort of more starting now. They're coming more forward, but they're not really pressing. I think they should press the India team. I think they press this team, they win the ball upfield, and they have more chance to score. You can watch the match on JFF Live if you're a member. I'm also told it's on Talk Sports YouTube, so go on YouTube channel, type in Talk Sports, and see if you can find it. I'm going to try to do it myself, actually. India coming forward. Good move. Ball played out to number 7, but he's offside. These players just offside. They don't think. Let me see if I find it on Talk Sports YouTube. Like I've been told. Okay. Yes, 12,000 people watching on Talk Sports. So a lot of people from different locales watching the game on Talk Sports. Even though I'm not seeing anything. I'm not hearing anything either. Let me see what's happening here. Let me see something. There are 12,000 people on Talk Sports. You may need a VPN if you're in part of the world, I would assume. Because I'm not, so you probably need a VPN. If you're in this part of the side of the equation, the side of the world, there are 12,000 people on Talk Sports watching the game. But I'm not seeing the game, so I assume, it says playing on my Fire Stick. So I think I know what happened. I have my Fire Stick connected to my phone. So it's on Talk Sports, people, Talk Sports YouTube channel. And because I have it on my Fire Stick, it's not showing on my phone here. But it's on Talk Sports. I wonder what this Fire Stick is on. We're in the 35th minute of play. Jamaica 1, India 0. India coming forward, ball played over, went by Low. Low plays it, ball. Low is playing very composed today, actually. Very composed. We have something's wrong with the ball. They're changing the ball. I said before, we have 12,000 people watching the game on Talk Sports, and we have 108 on Kranky Live listening. I'm trying to find if I can find the Talk Sports channel. You're probably quicker than mine, too. Because I'm watching this on JFF Live. You can watch it in this region on JFF Live for $6 if you subscribe to the channel. So I see it on my channel, but I'm not sure if it's Talk Sports. Oh, it may be Talk Sports, actually. Let me just see. I can tell now if I'm on Talk Sports or not. 36 minutes, 36:13. See, the Talk Sports channel is a little bit. I've gotten the Talk Sport channel. It's a little bit quicker than. It's 13 seconds quicker than the JFF Live, so it's pretty close. So I'm gonna switch TVs. I'm watching on the Talk Sports for the time being, even though JFF Live is a little bit clearer. So India coming forward, and now going backwards. There's a 10-second difference between JFF Live and Talk Sports. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Okay. When I'm watching it tough, it says 10 seconds. I don't know. So here comes India. Good stop there by Clark. And you're trying to tread this space there, tread the needle. That didn't work. I think Jamaica sort of lost some of that early possession and control they had in the game. They have lost some of that momentum that they had. India trying to go over the top. Ball won by Jamaica. It's low. Good turn by Low. He has so many options and has no pressure. Ball to Hayden. Hayden to cover. Cover going to go all the way back to Ming. Ming to Low. Low turns. He should come to Samuel. He goes back to Hayden. He's trying to find Hayden a lot, which is the right play for the CDM to start the play. But sometimes go to Samuels because we're starving Fuller on the left and Samuels. Get them in the game, Low. Ball into Clark. Clark comes forward. In middle of Jamaica half. Turns. Goes outside to Samuels. Samuels go back to Clark. Clark turns. Ball into Kadamarti. Very good ball by Clark. Kadamarti, 3 men around him. And it goes all the way back to Clark, who goes across field to Hayden, who plays it to cover. Back to Hayden. Hayden to Clark. Clark back to Ming. Jamaica just keeping possession. Low to Clark. Clark back to Ming. This is a very good experience for Ming, by the way. Back to Samuels. Low to Samuels. Low to Hayden. Hayden turns. Looks upfield. Want to go over the top and decide not to do so and go back to Ming. So the space between those two players, Clark should be picking up that space and he didn't. Boyce Clark with a good pass out to Samuels, who tripped and turned over, but Fuller wins it back and goes to Clark. Clark got fouled. Free kick to Jamaica. Fuller has to take the pace off his pass, though, there. That's a bad pass. It's a good pass, but it's too much pace on the pass. He could be more composed and makes the pass. All right, thanks, Tuffy. Appreciate it. Clark trying to find Fuller wide. Now, Fuller needs to stay outside. If he stayed outside, there'd be a wide space between the center half and the left back, right? He go between. So Clark would pass the ball in between that space. Him staying inside just narrow down the gap. Ball play over the top, play all the way back up at the Boyce Clark, Boyce Clark, who controls. Boyce Clark is very good with his feet, as I've said before. But now he's trying to get himself in trouble, try to play out, plays the ball long, upfield. Kadamarti chasing, but he doesn't have help. And India keeper try to go long. Ball head played out by Jamaica. Ball plays out to is that as Fuller or Clark? That looks like. No, that was Tyrese Hall actually. All back to Fuller. He's gonna shoot. Shoots, shot blocked. Ball picked up by Brandon Cover all the way to the right. So they're on the left. I think my eyesight is failing me. I can't see the players well anymore. Hayden to Dixon to Low. Low turns to Clark, back to Low, to Clark, back to Low, to Hayden. Playing a sort of a triangle there. We need some movement, though, to bring people out of position. So can create space in between. Dixon come all the way back to the halfway line to pick the ball up from Hayden. Dixon to Low, Low back to Dixon. Dixon coming forward. No. It's going to go wide, but go back to Ming. Ming back to Dixon. Dixon all the way across to Low. Low to Samuels. Samuels back to Low. The progress is not there in the game, though, going forward. Brilliant ball out by Low. Out to Dixon. Dixon trying something, doesn't work. He comes back inside, turns. Ball played to Hayden. Hayden to Dixon. Dixon all the way back to Ming. Ming to Low. In the middle of the park. Low go back to the right to Dixon. Dixon goes back to Hayden. Just on the touch line at the halfway line. Back to Low. Low looking upfield, dribbles across, gonna go back to Ming. We gotta play Samuels in the game more. We're going to a right dominant, back to Dixon. And we're not making a lot of progress out of it. But brilliant ball play by cover over to Dixon. Dixon has the ball. He's down by the touchline. He's down the touchline. He's trying to cross. He cuts it back. Looking to cross, he goes to Fuller. Fuller back to Dixon in the box. Dixon to Clark. Clark back to Dixon just inside the box. I'm going to start the play over. Dixon trying to go all the way back. It looks to Ming. Ming is fouled. Free kick to Jamaica. No, on that ball, Dixon has to put the ball in the box. Doesn't make sense to go all the way back and start over. When you have the defense on the back foot, whatever you want to call it, you have to attack them. Ball to Hayden. Hayden cross in the box. Trying to find Clark. Clark outside with his man. He has Fuller inside. He goes all the way back to Tyree Saul. Tyree Saul with a good shot. Good save by the keeper. Really good shot by Tyree Saul. Trying to find the same corner that Clark found on his goal. And keeper made a good save, diving to his left. If he had some more power on that, he may have scored. He was about 5 yards outside the 18 and tried to go far corner. Really good shot. Tyree Saul has to get in the game more, though. He's a really good player. He's getting in the game more. I'm not seeing him enough. I'm seeing Dixon a lot. I'm seeing Clark a lot. I'm seeing Hayden a lot. But not seeing Tyree Saul. He's supposed to be playing the 10. Not seeing him as much as I should, actually. And part of it is that we're not going forward enough between the lines. Fuller with a cross with his left foot. Poor corner. Ball headed out by India. Jamaica with the ball again. Cross in the box. Headed out by India. Ball to Tyrese. Tyrese go all the way across to Dixon. Dixon plays the ball down the line. Trying to find, not sure if that's Fuller. Fuller to Dixon. And Dixon turns it over. As he does really well. He's a good turnover. Sorry, people, I sound very critical, but Dixon get most of the ball and turn the ball for them. Come Dixon, man. You're better than that. We know you're better than that. Yeah, Bailey's not getting enough service. Fuller's not getting enough service. Even Samuel's not getting enough ball. Damian Lowe is controlling who gets the initial ball. Now, you should go through your CDM a lot of times. But he's going to Ming a lot. And he has the same opportunity to go to Campbell as much as Ming. Because he's right side dominant, he's going to his right. And Dixon's getting ball after ball after ball and not doing much with them. So here we come again. Ming all the way back to Dixon. Plays it back to cover. Cover back to Boyce Clark. Boyce Clark going to go long. Up the field. Good kick out. India try to win it. They have won it. India coming forward. There are more people in the stands now, you know. I'm not sure if the cameras come from the other side, but it's not full, but it's scanty, but there are people in the stand. I thought it was worse than this. Here comes Jamaica again. We're in the 45th minute. Ball played out to Marty coming forward. Jamaica has it. Tyrese Saul. Tyrese looking to go forward. He turns. He comes inside. He goes forward again. He's played brilliant ball to Dixon. Dixon is tackled in the box. He's looking for a penalty, but no such penalty. Tyrese could have played that ball a little bit with a little more pace. India's complaining in a 2 week. Get up. Sorry. Could have played the ball a little more pace, and Dixon would have been in on goal. Samuels with the ball to Lowe. Lowe trying to force the ball to Katamarti, and ball won back by Hayden. Hayden coming forward. That's Fuller trying to play the ball down the line and turn it over. And Clark is playing ahead of Fuller quite a bit. Fuller needs to be the one more forward than Clark. Clark is playing the 8, not Fuller. Clark seems to have a lot of energy. But he's making a name for himself today. I'm sure Rudolph will call him back. And we're at halftime of the game, Unity Cup 2026 game between Jamaica and India. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Courtney Clark, who is of Walsall FC. This is Courtney's first game for Jamaica. And I think he's about 22, if I'm not mistaken. He's a young player and looks very good, actually. I know he's playing in League 2. And sometimes we have this obnoxious view that if you're in League 2, you can't be a good player. Or even the National League. but and the competition does talk. When we play India, if we get through this game and end up playing against Nigeria, it's stiffer competition. So we'll see the real true ability of the players. Yeah, the stadium is kind of empty. Scanty. To the right of the screen, there have a few people in the stands, but scanty. Unlike last year, which was much more populated. Now, Clark is a good player. He plays both ways. He runs hard. He's physical. He has some skills. He's comfortable on the ball. He's a good player. So we're at halftime, and we'll do an analysis of the players and their performance in the first half. And if you want to call into if you want to call into the show, we should do that, actually. I'm going to have no sofa score if we look on stats. I should try sofa score first. Before I say that, and I expect them to bring the game, but before I say that there are no stats, let me go see if there are stats. Sofa score anyway and everywhere. Let me see, Jamaica versus India. Yeah, it looks like it's there, actually. Wow. The Jamaica versus India today. Why am I not seeing? Okay. No, the game is on SofaScore. Okay. I'm surprised. Now it's on SofaScore. Looking at the lineups are here. Look at the stats. So if I look at the stats, SofaScore chat nonsense. So SofaScore stats. SofaScore just happened teams there. These stats are wrong, by the way. SofaScore had the game as 50% possession. That's nonsense. It has the starting lineup, right? That's the only thing it got right. Say the stats. So I go on the stats, and it says he has 3 corner for Jamaica. I don't think India's in corner, but stats can't be 50-50. Not the game that I just watched, so I'm not buying that. Stats are not 50-50. Let me hear some of the comments here. Let me take some comments first before I talk about this game. Sir Dinesh said, I don't know what Dixon is doing. Dixon's having a tough game, like a really tough game. Someone says, how bad? I assume bad gunners mean good. Old people treat bad as bad gunners. Warrior says, see what Dixon not getting playing time. He's at a tough half. I know. I'm gonna change my term. The term I'm using nowadays, people, when you have not playing well, I'm gonna use Robbie Lyle from AFTV. Dixon's had a very quiet half. Okay, use the word quiet. Dixon's had a quiet half, very quiet. Even though he touched the ball a ton, probably touched the ball as much as anybody on the field. Kevin is saying, yeah, for all the people that are Dixon, always in our society. Wilbur the game is on Talk. Yeah, I know. Everyone, as Wilbert Moore is saying, the game is on Talk Sports YouTube channel. Many of you know Talk Sports as a radio service. They claim to be the biggest radio station or biggest sports radio station in the world. But they're carrying the game live on YouTube, so you can watch it there. Or if you want to support the JFF, you can spend $6 and get the game on JFF Live, which is also bringing the game. And by the way, people, look at that field. See the sprinklers out watering the field? That field looks immaculate. King Duck says, disappointing game. I don't know if it's that disappointing. I think we expect Jamaica to penetrate more. I think Dixon has killed a lot of attacks, to be honest. Given much service he's gotten. He needs to do better. Trigger said, Clark is very competitive. Great player to have next to Hayden. Yeah, no, I would agree. He looks the part. Now, this is India. So let's tone it down a little bit. This is India. This is not Nigeria. Styles makes fight and competition shows ability. So we'll see what he does. But I like his game so far. Wilbur Moore said, Dixon seems to be trying too hard. He's trying. It's not working. He's got to do better. So we're at halftime of the game between Jamaica. You should take a break. I'm gonna do a small, I'm gonna say a small interlude. I have to step away for 1 second. Let me see something here. But I think it's a better game than yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was awful. I'm sorry. Yesterday's game was awful. Awful. I'm gonna play one musical interlude for like 1 minute, people. So give me 1 sec. Give me 1 minute. Can you guys hear that? Tell me if you can hear that, people. I can't hear it. I don't know what's happening. Could you hear that? Let me know if you could hear that. Leon said, Jamaican for England don't turn for the game because they know the game. Well, the Jamaicans have turned out because I ain't see no Indians in the stand. I see about 2 Indians in the stand and the rest are Jamaican. If I was to count, I'd say there's 200 people there. And because the stadium is so big, yeah. You can hear it? All right, I'm going to play it for 2 seconds, people. And just give me a minute. Because I couldn't hear it. I don't know what's happening. Give me 2 seconds, people. 2 seconds. All right, people, we're back. This is the Watchalong for, I wouldn't say a competitive match. Jamaica dominated to me. The Unity Cup semi-final game between Jamaica and India. I think the organizers are very smart. If you know the composition of the diverse group in the UK, there's a large Indian population, but there's also a very large Nigerian and Jamaican population. And I think what they're trying to do is they give, I'm going to call it subsidy. They give the lesser teams, they make sure Jamaica don't play Nigeria in the first round because then they're going to kill their own product. So they're looking to see Jamaica play Nigeria in the final, which they hope will generate a decent enough audience. The problem they have encountered this year is this is a World Cup year and Jamaica didn't make it, so the interest has waned somewhat. Good afternoon, DC. How you doing? Okay, I hear you, DC. So yeah, I assume you're at work, DC. And it's difficult for the organizer. I'm sure it's very pricey and expensive to put on this event, to rent the facilities, rent the ground, pay for the logistics in terms of travel and meals and whatever else is involved for the teams that are involved. Teams come from India, from Jamaica. Some of the players are coming from Nigeria. Some are based in Europe, obviously. So it's a pretty expensive proposition. And I'm sure last year they probably did really well. That's why they did it again this year. The music's still playing. I apologize for that. I'm glad somebody reminded me last time I did this. And the music was playing through the whole thing and nobody reminded me. And you know I'm getting seasoned, so I forgot. It's not 12 people in the paper. You know what? I'm going to count the people in the stadium. It's not 12. It's 13. 1, 2, 3. I would say 20, 40. I'd say there's just over 200, at least on one side at the stadium. 70 pounds. I thought they had reduced the price, Irie Vibes, for the tickets. Because a friend of mine told me he went last year. He brought all his family, 6 members of his family. He's not going this year. I think he said they reduced the price by 20%. So. But, yeah, it's not a lot of money to make. I mean, I know what the broadcast rights is. I don't know how much JFF Live Generate or Talk Sports paid for the rights to broadcast the game, but interesting. Yeah, I assume that's why I didn't mention them, Wilbur, more. There are a lot of Indians in England, but football ain't it. I just have more. Well, you know what's interesting, people? There were 12,000 people on the Talk Sports channel. So a lot of people watching the game. But think about it. They expect more people on the weekend, right? Because it's during the week. People probably get home from work and tired. And therefore not going to push themselves to get to the game. But it's in London, which is a large Jamaican population, actually. But I would assume they would expect to get crowd on Saturday. The problem is the best team in the world, or the two best teams in the world, club teams, are playing on Saturday. The game is at 12 p.m. on Saturday. I think for the Arsenal versus PSG game. So you could get down to the game. I think I'm not sure which game is at. This one game is at 2-something on Saturday. So I should check and see which game's at 2-something. So it'd be difficult to watch the PSG game and then get to the Nigeria Jamaica game if both teams go through. Unless you watch a game in a pub and then run over. And there are a lot of pubs in London, probably close to this location anyway. Look like they have some DJ in the stands and they're partying and they're having a good old time. So it's a small number of people, but they're having fun. I don't see it on my app here in terms of the game. Obviously, they don't have the teams, but the Arsenal game's at 12 p.m. on Saturday. And by the way, join me 12 p.m. on Saturday, maybe even 11:30 for the game. I'll be bringing the watch-along of PSG versus Arsenal. They look like they're filming a video. They're actually filming a music video at the game in the stadium, it appears. I don't know if it's a music video or just filming it for something, but they're partying, they're DJing, they're dancing, and there are a lot of camera people there filming it. And this looks official, so it's not like me and you just filming it because we want to show it someplace else. Looks like they're officially capturing some DJ there dancing and singing, so they're having fun. Bless Pristine, how you doing? So if you just join us, we are watching the Unity Cup second semifinal game between India and Jamaica. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Courtney Clark. I was trying to get some stats from SofaScore, but they did not. They did a poor job. I look at the stats. The stats don't work. Stats are awful. I don't know who the hell TJ is, Tuffy Rudy, so I'm embarrassing myself. I have no idea. Who is TJ? I have no idea who that is. So I'm dating myself. See, we can all live in this world and live in different space. Totally different space. Oh, the drift person. All right. But he's filming some kind of video there. Yeah. I just looked it up, Tuffy. I'm familiar with drift. I'm just familiar with the DJ who did it. The players are back on the field. Well, some players are back on the field. Not all of them, it looks like. I'm seeing Clark. I need to see. So if we go over the first half quickly, the team played decent. Too many balls being passed in our own half, though. We weren't moving enough to pull the defense away, to create space between the lines, to get behind the defense. And this is not a very good India team, to be honest. We're making a change. We're seeing a change being made. Look like Dixon's coming off. Is that Dixon? Number 15 coming on. Rudolph, ruthless enough. Yeah, it looks like. No, Dixon's still on. Now, who's coming off? I would think you take off Dixon. He's had a poor game. So 15 coming on to go to left back. I don't know who 15 is, people. Maybe I need to look him up. Don't recognize him. So look like Samuels is off. Number 15 is on. And I don't have the information for 15. Well, I'm the throw into Jamaica. We're in the 46th minute. Yeah, number 6 was Samuels from Everton, so he wasn't getting much service anyway, so not surprised he's off. Oh, Christopher Ainsworth. So we're showcasing local talent. So Ainsworth is on number 15. Thanks for that, Float. And Samuels, as I mentioned before, played for Everton under 21. He's off. And a local player, Christopher Ainsworth, is on. India turned the ball over as they normally do. Jamaica coming forward. Ball play back to Ming. All the way out to Dixon. And Dixon turned over again. Dixon, I tell you, if you turn over people in ball, my youth. I don't know how he survived the first half. Now, what we pick this team based on Rudolph? How does Dixon survive the first half? And you take off Samuels, unless you're trying to give people game. Dixon shouldn't survive the first half. He's had a poor half. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's had a quiet game. Ming all the way back to Connor Boyce Clark. Connor all the way out. Good ball by Connor. Ball played out of bounds. Throw into India. There should be ranking points. This is a tier 1 FIFA game, so I think they had the seriousness of the game moved up to tier 1, so I assume that there are points, but I'm not sure where India is ranked. Here comes India coming forward. And turns over again to Clark. Clark plays the ball out to, is it Hayden? Really good ball and trying to find Dixon in behind. Good cover by Jargon. Plays out of bounds. Really good cover. I think Jingan must be their best, one of their better defenders. Both he and Beke, it looks like. Throw in to Jamaica. That's Brandon Cover. Cover's had a good game. Ball thrown on the line to Dixon. And he plays out of bounds. My youth. Rotted. It's hard to play this badly. Seriously. And I know Rudolph decided to make his changes. But I'm going to give him a hard time when this game is done. Trust me. Yeah, but we got to take some. We don't know something to do, my youth. Low play the ball back to Connor Boyce Clark. Bad play by Connor. Not sure he was passing that ball to, but Jamaica bought one back the ball. You can't play against Nigeria like this, people. You got to be better than this against Nigeria. Trust me. Damian Lowe beating his man. He has one of Connor Boyce Clark to play it. If the player had faked the cover and go the other way, he'd have won that ball. I guess there's no respect for the Indian players. Is anyone getting audio on the TV coverage? Let me find out. Yes, there's audio. Yeah, there's audio. I just turned it up. There's audio. There is audio. Connor Boyce Clark with a goal kick. Jamaica won the ball back to Hayden, to Lowe. Ball played out to Dixon down the line to Tyrese Hall. Too far ahead, and India wins it and come forward. And they have 4 Jamaicans behind the ball. India have some space and trying to come forward, but good pressure by the Jamaicans. Good pressure by Cover, win the ball, throw into Jamaica. We're in the 50th minute of play. Unity Cup semifinal, Jamaica versus India. Jamaica on top so far, leading by 1-0. Connor Boyce Clark going long. Ball headed up by India. We just have to play bada and catch now. We can't commentate on this. You have to wait. Just kicking the ball aimlessly. No, we have better than Nigeria. We have better against Nigeria. But I don't want to talk about Dixon too much because people want to say I'm overly critical, but he's had a very quiet game. Or he's had a very loud game, but it's not being positively loud. Their players warming up, so Speed may be making more changes. Here comes India coming forward. Good cover by the Jamaicans. Shield the ball out of bounds. That looked like Clark. Goal kick to Jamaica. Jamaica has to regroup and as they come again in terms of how they're playing. They start off the game really well. They were playing the ball on the ground. They were link up between the three midfielders, Clark, Hall, and Hayden. They were feeding a lot of ball outside the cover and Hall, and that's gone away. Fuller is not in the game enough. Jamaica coming forward trying to break. Tyrese Hall. Tyrese trying to go over the top, trying to find Dixon, but he's probably offside. What's wrong with this kid? Jesus Lord. This is bad. Like really, really bad. We come again. He's offset about 3 times so far. He's turned the ball over a lot. He's killing the play because they know offside is a turnover. Here comes Jamaica. Look at the free kick to Jamaica just over in India's half. Nigeria wasn't impressive yesterday. I mean, they're better than this team by far, but they weren't impressive. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure we play a stronger team tomorrow. Boys Clark. India is supposed to be offside, though. That was a poor decision by Jamaica. It's supposed to be offside. Yeah, a bad pass was made. Well, wasn't a bad pass. The ball was passed outside. I think it was to Ming, and he slipped, and all hell break loose after that. I was that cover was slipped. Who's that got hurt? That looked like Ming, actually. I think the ball was played out to him. He slipped. Turned for India, but the center forward was in an offside position. Ming tried to win the ball and hurt himself in the process. He got up and fell back down. But he seems to be okay. Goal kick. And Boys Clark going long. Trying to find Fuller there. Ball played out by Clark over to Ainsworth. Ainsworth under left. Plays the Fuller. Got fouled. Free kick to Jamaica. So this is Low. I'm sorry, that wasn't Ainsworth. That was Low actually with the ball. Low making passes with his left foot. Ming trying to go over the top, trying to find Dixon. Ball headed up by India. Ball one by cover. Plays next to the Kadamarti. Kadamarti looking to shoot. Try to go inside of Dixon. One by cover. Cover to Dixon. Dixon goes wide to Hayden. Hayden with a really good cross in the box. Just a little bit too long and over the head of Fuller. Fuller chasing his man, trying to pressure him. India coming forward in the middle of the park. Ball one by cover. Cover is having a good game, and then he makes a really bad pass. He's having a good game. He won the ball. Kadamarti actually should have come to him, run away from him. See, Kadamarti's not coming to the ball. He's running away from the ball. Got to come get the ball. See, Dixon seems to be we're playing a game, winning 1-0 and get Dixon, who's having a quiet game, is the main conversation. That's not a good thing. Here we go again. India coming forward, just over the halfway line. Ball trying to play in behind, but turned over. Dixon to Hayden, trying to go back to Dixon. Bad pass by Hayden. Ball one back by Jamaica, but India's now got it again. Jamaica pressuring, and this is Hall. Got dispossessed. Dixon, good job by Dixon winning that ball back. Plays back to Ming. Ming took on the boys Clark, who goes long. Trying to find Kadamarti, who got to do a better job holding the ball up, though. Turn that ball over, and India comes forward again. We're in the 55th minute of play. Jamaica leading by India by 1-0. And neither keeper has been tested so far, actually, except once. That's not true. The India keeper was tested in the first half once, but that's it. Hasn't been tested in the last, I would think, 40 minutes. We're not penetrative enough. We're not playing the ball through the middle. We're going wide and trying to cross, and they're packing the middle. Clark with a really good ball inside to Fuller. Oh, that's a bad tackle. That's a wild man tackle. That should have been a yellow card. That has to be a yellow card. That's a bad tackle by Jingan. Bad tackle. That's not a good tackle at all. Fuller did a good job of escaping that. Look like there'll be a water break. A player is down. One Indian player is down. See Ming running over to get some water, get some treatment. He probably hurt himself on that tackle he made in the box. Yep, there's a yellow card. First yellow card of the game to Sandeep Jingan. If that India player had ran back quickly enough, they could have scored that goal, The ball where Ming slipped. I don't know, actually. Would he be on the side? Didn't Rudolph, was he at the stadium on Sunday? Unless he flew over on Monday or something. But I don't know. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen the sideline to see who that is. We may be watching different feeds, by the way. I'm watching the JFF Live feeds. I'm not sure if the same cameras and same feed for both Talk Sports and JFF Live. It looks like it. Well, he's not getting time or space, nor is he getting enough service. So number 10 for India, who is one of the better player, Williams. Ryan Dale Williams is coming off. Look like he hurt himself. He was one player of the team that had some skill in the midfield. By the way, people, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We are watching the India versus Jamaica Unity Cup game. And if time permits, and it's going to be difficult on Saturday, but if the game is subsequent to the Arsenal PSG game, we'll be bringing it here live also. It may be back-to-back. India making a change. Number 11 is coming in for number 10, Williams coming off. Jamaica did make one change at halftime. They replaced Samuels, who was a trainee in the Everton under 21, replaced by Christopher Ainsworth. 973 said, we don't know how to control the game. Appears that way because we're the better team by a good distance. We're just not playing that way. We're not playing like the better team. Jamaica coming forward again. Dixon plays the ball. Good ball down the line to Tyrese Hall. Tyrese has his man one-on-one. Looking to beat his man. Plays a brilliant ball into Dixon. Dixon has a chance to shoot, and he... Brilliant ball to Dixon. Is in front of the goal, just on the right side. He tried to shoot with his left foot, and he kicked it for almost a throw when the goal was gaping and wide open. He doesn't have a left foot. Brilliant ball by Tyrese Hall. We're watching the game on Talk Sports on YouTube or on JFF Live. Dixon he's the only one gotten clear-cut chances today, actually. Because Clark's goal wasn't a chance. Dixon again has the ball. Trying to beat his man, trying to go down the line. And he's trying to do nonsense. Turn the ball over again. Come on, Rudolph. Take him out of his misery. Take him out of his misery, Rudolph. Come on. He's having a horrible game. Seriously. Fuller trying, that was Tyrese Hall trying something spectacular. And Dixon with a slight tackle missed it, and India trying to come forward and play the ball over. Turn the ball over. Dream shutdown. You got to go to JFF Live then if it's shut down. Oh, that's why Miss Channel start full up now because I can't see it. I'm banning with Talk Sports. Brandon cover, brilliant cross by cover, played up by India. Really good cross by cover, but no one was there. India coming forward. Ball played up to really good tackle, run and tackle. Who made that tackle? I couldn't see that. Can you see it up here? Was that Ainsworth? I'm not sure who that was, or was that Fuller? That was Fuller. Good tackle by Fuller. Fuller plays both ways, actually. He plays defense. Not getting enough service and not getting enough room. I don't know why they don't switch Fuller with Dixon. Dixon getting all the ball and doing nothing with it. You know what? Jamaica coming forward again. Dixon has it. And he plays it over the top to Kadamarti, but he's offside. Ball played out all over the top and picked up by Boyce Clark. So Jamaica with possession, 62nd minute, leading by 1-0. Jamaica should have been up by about 3. Dixon got 2 clear-cut chances and did nothing positive with them. India coming forward, played up by Ming for a throw-in. You got to be more composed than that, Ming. You should just let the ball bounce and play it back to Connor Boyce Clark. You don't have to play that ball. Just let it bounce. You had no pressure and just play it back to Connor Boyce Clark. Play wide of his goal so he doesn't get in front of his goal. That throwing wasn't needed. You didn't have pressure to play that ball for throwing. Yeah, no, I think they should either switch wing or take Dixon off. That's the solution. You either switch the wing or tell Dixon, thanks for your service. You've had a challenging day and put somebody else on. You have other people on the bench. Throw into India, and it looks like it's going to be a long throw. Throw in the box, headed out by Jamaica. Ball played out to India, go across again, headed out again by Jamaica. Ball controlled by, I think that's Fuller, try a back heel, and that didn't work. Here comes India. Oh, that's a 2-footed bad tackle by Lowe. He had a flashback. 2-footed tackle, he got a yellow card. That's a bad tackle. He didn't have to do that. He probably would have won the ball if he just jockeyed and faked it. He had a flashback to his old days. Talk Sports is not illegal. I don't know why it stopped, but they're not illegal. They're a big radio station. This free kick's in a very dangerous position. Yeah, it was a bad tackle by Long. Not a good tackle. Looks like we're making a change. Look like Ming is coming off. He's injured on that tackle I tried to make, and not sure who's coming on. And I've got to help with people, you know. Not sure what come on. That's number 4. Who is that? Is that Lang? Can't tell. You guys help me with the number 4. Bless up, Flash. How you doing? Flash G, how you doing? Speaking to India. Really a nice sweet spot to shoot, you know. Went over the top and ball played out for a throw-in. I'm not sure if he's trying to chip. Oh, I have no idea what he was trying, but it didn't work. Is that a corner or a throw-in? I think it's a deep throw-in. Oh, they had something on. Oh, he tried a shot and got blocked by the wall and played out for a throw-in. Frankly, if he went over the top to the left, the player was open. Just tried to play it over the top of the defense. Corner to India, their first corner of the game. Taken by number 14, Chaudhry. Yeah, the player short. He sends him away. He wants to go in the box. Good corner. Ball headed up by Low. India with a shot. Not a bad shot, actually. He did a lot of venom and speed, but no direction. What's a black and white ball? What the hell is that? What's a black and white baller? What's that? I'm missing that. We are in the 65th minute of play. Jamaica 1, India 0. We have not been as penetrative as we need to be. Ball played up by Low, headed over by Cover, out of bounds, thrown to India. Dixon trying to head that, played over by India, controlled by Hayden. Try to bring it down. Wasn't a good idea. I should have played over. Good switch by India. Over to the right. Ainsworth with his man one-on-one, trying to take him on. Comes inside. Looking to shoot. Shot. Headed out by Jamaica. I think Clark has it. Try to go long. Turns it over. And India also turns it over. Here comes Fuller. Or is that Ainsworth? Trying to find Katamarti. Katamarti has it. Plays it wide out to Ainsworth. Ainsworth back to Katamarti. Ainsworth plays it back to Clark. Clark trying to go inside. You have to go back to Ainsworth there. That's not a good idea. And showing some of the Jamaica crowd. Oh, not a good decision there by ball by Katamart. He's in the outside the box looking across. Try to cross, not a good cross. He's got to put some height on that ball. Ball play back to Hainsworth, back to Clark. Clark coming forward, wanting to shoot. Clark looking to shoot again. He shot wide left. Not a bad attempt. Good idea. Looked like he wanted to go far post again. Roberto said no ball in the play. Yeah, we can be better. When I said no ball in the play, there were spurts of good play in the first half. The game must have fallen down second half. Ball headed out. Low controls, looking for a pass. Goes all the way back to his keeper, Connor Boyce Clark, who goes long. Ball is up to Brandon Cover. Dixon heads it back to Cover. Cover heads it up. Should have just controlled the ball. They need to play it. Here comes India again. They're trying to go over the right. They find some life on the right. They're trying to go over the right. Good tackle by Clark. India again goes right. Goes out wide on the right. And goes inside brilliantly and beat his man. Beat Clark nicely and try to go back outside. India get him some joy on that right side of the field. Cross in the box. Headed up by Jamaica. And India comes again. India now putting under pressure. And Jamaica falling further and further back. Coaches need to consider making some changes. Ball play between the line. One by Jamaica. Clark coming forward, looking, goes over the top. That must be full. Tyrese Hall on the right. He's coming forward. He has a man inside. He crosses it back. Not the best pass by Tyrese. Should have gone across goal. India does have defenders back. He was trying to come back and play it back inside, but ball played out. And Tyrese seemed to be having a problem. Not sure if it was a hamstring or a calf or something. Probably more calf than hamstring. Corner to Jamaica. The corners have not been good either. They're not beating the first man really well. Is this Fuller again, taking the corners? This is one is better. Heads over, played out by India. Ball to Ainsworth. Brilliant ball over. He finds Fuller. Fuller crosses in the box. Played out by India, another corner. Good move by Fuller. Good cross. Ball played out for corner to Jamaica again. We're in the 69th minute. Jamaica versus India. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Brilliant goal scored early in the first half by Courtney Clark. New player on his debut. He plays club football for Walsall FC in League 2. Corner going to be taken by Fuller. His corners are not great. They don't have enough height in them. Very, very flat. Ainsworth again. Good ball again outside to Fuller. He's offside this time though. We gotta. Don't the people look across the line to see where they are in the field? And just sit down out there like they're in a living room. That's poor. Come on, Fuller. You're better than that. Shouldn't be offside on that play. Because Ainsworth is looking for you. Since Ainsworth come in the game, he looks really good and he's finding Fuller out wide more than he was found in the first half. Another hydration break. We're in the 70th minute of play. If you're just joining us. By the way, people, if you're on the channel, if you're listening to coverage and you like the coverage, please hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. Or I would appreciate it. Jamaica leading by 1-0. The winner of this game will play Nigeria in the final on Saturday. And the loser will play the third place game against Zimbabwe on the same day. 2-for-1 special on Saturday. 2-for-1 special. So if you're in the UK, you can go down to the Valley at the Charlton Stadium if you're in London. If you're not in London, you can go down there to watch your favorite Jamaican players, your favorite Indian players, your favorite Zimbabwean players, and your favorite Nigerian player. Go and watch the game. Indian player that looked like Jingan is the captain, is besieging his teammates. I'm surprised Dixon's still on the field. Seriously. Speedy's giving a lecture to the team, or talk. I shouldn't call it a lecture. I think he's lecturing them. Seems like it's a friendly conversation. So what happened to Edwards and Simmons and whatever? Can they get a game? If I got the forward line, Javane Brown, Simmons, Edwards. None of them can try playing out wide. Because doesn't Fuller play through the middle sometimes? Looks like they're going to make about 3 changes. Am I anticipating changes? I'm watching the game on JFF Live, RegTech production. So number 11 coming on, number 24 coming on, number 21 making 3 changes. It looks like Fuller is going to come off. You got to be Fuller, Dixon. It's probably all forward changes. I would love to see Splat get a game. So Clark is coming off. So I'm assuming Splat is one of the changes. So Clark coming off. I'm not sure who's coming on. I don't know this one of these players. I'll be honest. Is Ellis 11? I don't know who that is. Fuller is coming off. The goal scorer Clark is coming off. And number 21 is coming on. And who is coming off? Kadamarti's coming off. That's got to be one of those forwards. I got the list of the players, but I didn't send me the numbers for some of these players. That's not good. I got to complain to the JFF. They sent the information out. They didn't send the numbers for the subs. They only gave us numbers for all the Indian players. Dixon ain't come off. Dixon must have secret for Rudolph. Drew the ball out of bounds again. Why isn't he being taken out of the game? That's poor game management. Like ridiculously poor game management. Like he took off 3 other players. Well, maybe he don't want to win. I maybe might try to look for other players. That's awful game management. Sorry. Everybody in the chat realized it, except the coach. Maybe there's something he's trying to prove. Whatever he's proving, it ain't working. Here comes Jamaica coming forward. Now, who is number 11? Can people help me with these numbers? 24, 11. I don't know some of those players. 21. And let's see if you guys know these players. I don't know. I can't see them really well. India coming forward. It's the 73rd minute. Ball headed out by Cover. Who's 24? 24 just came in the game. Is 24 Merrick? I can't see him really well. I don't think that's Merrick, actually. So Gunners, who are the players that's coming? I can't make out some of those players, Gunners. Who is 11 and who is 24? 11 took off a Kadamarchi center forward. Yeah, there's no way Dixon should have survived the first half. And then he made 4 changes and Dixon didn't come off. Made 5 changes, actually. I like good ball out to really good attempt by Cover to find Dixon. Dixon's running well off the ball. He's just not doing well with the ball when he gets it. Ball against Hayden. Free kick to Jamaica. I don't know why JFF didn't send us the numbers for the players who were on the bench. We only got the India match card. We didn't get the Jamaica match card. Yeah, I didn't get the Jamaica match card. It's sad. Ball cross to the far post. India headed up for corner to Jamaica. We're in the 75th minute. Jamaica 1, India 0. We score a great goal, but we've created chances, to be fair. Dixon has got 2, I'm going to call them sitters, and he missed both of them. You can't take Dixon off on his own ground. Oh, please. Corner to Jamaica. Wide over the bar by 24. Who's 24? I don't know who 24 is. He's playing in the midfield. Yeah, I don't know who 24 is actually. I don't know 24. Here comes Jamaica. Dixon to cover. What did Lowe do a while ago? That's a bad decision in this part. We can't play against. If we go to Nigeria, 24 is Merrick. Okay. I've seen Merrick play before. I like Merrick actually. Let's see if he plays well in this game. Doesn't he has 15 minutes to show some stuff? I like Merrick. I think he has good touches. India going long over the top. Ball headed out. Throw into India. India with some urgency in their game. They're looking for the equalizer. Let's hope we're covering their players really well. I know it's the Valley. Where did you just come from, Leroy Smart? I know it's the Valley. It says so in the stadium. It's printed that way. And I've said the Valley during the stream. You just joined, I guess. So who is 21, people? Can you guys tell me who 21 is? What do you mean no sound? You guys can't hear me? If you can't hear me, I know what's happened. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Uh-oh. Something happened on my thing. I tried to change my TV channel and messed up, but you guys can still see me. The heck did I do with this? Jamaica coming forward. Dixon looking to shoot. Dixon scores. Dixon, after having an horrendous game, you can't talk to him. Good goal by Dixon. Having the worst game ever. He scored. Wow. It's a good goal. It was a deflection, but it's a still good goal. He's had a difficult game, but he scored. I guess Rudolph will then say he's justified. I don't think he is. He scored. He's had a horrible game. But goals always change those things. Jamaica 2, India 0. Dixon was having a quiet game, as they say in the UK nowadays. People don't want to be critical and harsh. He does score. By the way, people, 400 people watching and only 172 likes. That is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Please hit the like button. So it looks like Jamaica will be going through because India hasn't taken one shot at goal. So if they come back and win this game, because Jamaica gave it to them. Jamaica will be playing Nigeria in the final again, as just like last year. Hopefully the outcome will be different. Last time we lost on penalty kicks. Hayden to cover, back to Hayden. Hayden looks so composed. Back to Dixon, good build up. Hayden trying to go over the top, trying to find number 21, fighting the defender and committed a foul. Oh, the ref didn't call a foul. Play the ball back into Dixon. Dixon back to Cover. Cover's had a really good game. Cover played the ball inside to Merrick. Merrick outside to Tyrese Saul. Tyrese Saul looking to come inside and shoot. He does. And he shoots over the bar. Tyrese has to hit the target on that. Tyrese was setting that up. It was very obvious. He has to hit the target. That was a chance to Tyreek. Given his ability, he was sending his defender up to go inside and go far post. He has to hit the target. He's had a good game. I'm watching the game on JFF Live. Dixon had a tough game. Let's be honest. He had a tough game. I thought he should have been taken out a while back. But he scored a good goal. Scored a really good goal. Throw in to Jamaica deep in India's half. We're in the 80th minute. I think India should stick to cricket. Um, Aiden coming forward. Good cross by Aiden. Ball played out. So Tyrese all look like he's playing on the left now. Low. Oh, Low is down. He got hit in the face. Not sure what happened. It should have been a foul against Low, to be honest, but I guess the forward tried to wait him off and did hit him in the face. And Low is down. Another change by India. They're bringing on number 19. He's going to replace number 3, who is Nadrem. So Nadrem is off and number 19 is on. So a number of players have gotten opportunity to play today. Samuels made his debut. Clark made his debut. So that's been good. People don't say disrespect people. Look at the man comments. I mean, I understand marketing. You say disrespect? What are we marketing? What's the marketing? Low plays it outside to cover. Good control by cover. Good turn by cover. Brilliant turn. He's being held by his opponent. Cover's had a very, very good game. It's probably been the most impressive player apart from Hayden on the field, actually. I think Low has played well. Hayden has played well. Cover has played well. Hall has played well. Who else would I say have played well? I did say Clark already. Ming has played well, even though I would say Ming and Low didn't get a lot of pressure. Or Samuels, who was on the left back. Brandon Cover, he plays for Rotterdam in League One. He's in League One at Rotterdam United. Cover looks really, really good at right back. Really good. But he's playing against anybody. Let's see him against Nigeria before we start commenting. Here comes India. Good pressure by Jamaica. India coming forward. Ball played out wide. Trying to go over the top. Decided not to change his mind. Bad decision there to go for that tackle. India with a shot. Number 11. Over the bar. Number 11 was a substitute. Came on late in the game. Well, he scored, so all is forgiven. That's not what football is. Can have a horrible game and you score, all is forgiven. Ball hit up by India. We're in the 84th minute of play. Jamaica versus India. Semi-final of the Unity Cup. And Jamaica leading by 2-0. Just play the ball out for a throw now. Why are you shooting the ball? Just play the ball out for a throw. Is that Lang? Yeah. And start over. All right, Cartels. I did say, well, you weren't watching me yesterday. I did say I was going to stream this game. By the way, I'm streaming the PSG game on Saturday. I'm doing the PSG Arsenal game. And if I have the opportunity to, I will stream the Jamaica game against Nigeria. It depends on timing. You know what? I'm going to stream both games. It's not no timing. I'm going to stream both games. Jamaica coming forward is a foul on number 11. We haven't figured out who that is yet. We're playing long ball against India. I have no idea, J. Ross. We're leading by 2-0. Cover with the ball. Beat his man nicely. Really good more cover. Come back inside. Beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. Ball played back to Cover again, and he turns it over. Jamaica coming forward. Lang all the way trying to find Tyrese Hall, who controls brilliantly in his left foot. Trying to set his man up. He's going inside. He plays the ball, trying to get a 1-2 back from number 11. I can't tell who number... was that Christopher Ainsworth a while ago? I can't tell who number 11 is, though. No, you don't understand marketing. No, you don't understand how marketing will before. They don't want a better opponent. You're trying to get a Nigeria-Jamaica final. You don't want a better opponent so you can lose. It's all about the final, people. The final's on a weekend. People are off on Saturdays. They're not off on Wednesdays. So you get the game that you want, the final, with the two teams you won in the final, just like last year. They hope to get a decent crowd. It'll be tough because the Arsenal-PSG game is going to take people away from the game. But if you can find a pub, if you're in London, you can find a pub close to the field, to the Valley field at Charlton. And what you can do is you can go watch the Arsenal game and right after run over to the stadium and watch the... Where exactly in London is Charlton? I don't remember going to Charlton Stadium or seeing Charlton Stadium. I know where Crystal Palace may be. I know where Chelsea is. I know where Arsenal is. I don't know where Charlton is, actually. I think I know where Brentford is. I know where Fulham is. I don't think I know where Charlton is. Jamaica playing the ball from the back. Conor Boyce Clark goes to Low. Low trying to beat his man. I don't know what Low trying to prove. And turn the ball over. I don't know what Low trying to prove there. He's just gone long. And he's going to go long and play it out of bounds, trying to find Dixon. He's out of bounds, throw in. I'm not sure what Low was doing. That was poor by Damien. Just play the ball back to Conor Boyce if you're getting pressure. And you're trying to go on your left and you don't have no left foot. That's your second mistake in the last 10 minutes. Stop taking the team for granted. Not Jamaica team, the India team. Throw into India. Play the game like you were playing it before. You had having a very good game. Ball headed over. Oh, to India. That was close, actually. That ball ricocheted down and could have gone anywhere. Ball play out, throw into India. We're in the 87th minute of play. Jamaica leading India by 2-0. 16-year-old is not on the bench. He's not on the bench, so he can't get no game. Marlon Van der Wertering, who is the under-20 right back, he didn't get any game time either. I don't know some of these players actually, so I can't tell by the numbers. Ainsworth got game, Merrick got game, Lang got game. Chambers didn't get any game, but he's played a lot of the locally born players. Fuller's played, so he's played a lot of locally born players in this game, actually. '88th minute, ball played out to Conor Boyce Clark, who's had a good game, but he hasn't had to make any save. He's good with his feet. Conor Boyce Clark plays it out to Lang. Lang looking to go along. I'm sorry, Ainsworth looking to go along. Ball out of bounds, throw into Jamaica. We're in the 88th minute of play. Jamaica versus India. Jamaica leading by 2-0. Goals scored by debutant Courtney Clark and veteran at this point, Kaheem Dixon. Poor ball played there by Merrick. Here comes India coming forward. India have numbers. Good run back by very good run defending by Dixon. What is Damien Lowe doing? Damien Lowe, you're just making a mess for the last 10 minutes. Again, you're making a mess. You're making a mess. Kick the damn ball out. Stop doing that. You're just trying to be cool. 3 plays in a row, you're making a mess. If you want to play, don't get the ball to the keeper there. Play the ball out. Splat was on the bench. I don't know if he's on the bench. I don't think he's in the game. At least I don't see it. Can't tell who number 11 is now, so I shouldn't say that. Corner to India. Very good corner. Ball headed up by Jamaica. Played the games by India. Good shield by Low. Ball picked up by Conor Boyce Clark. We can't play against Nigeria like this, though. Got to be better. No, Low had a very good game. He just started trying to be cute late in the game, trying to beat people, and that's when you have disrespect for your opponents. You're trying to try cute stuff, and the game is not doing well. Good control. Ball played wide out to Dixon. Dixon all the way back to cover. Cover back to Dixon. Dixon goes back to, look like that's Lang. And the ball was played slowly back to Conor Boyce Clark. Conor Boyce going long over the top. Unlike last year, Speed make sure you give the local players a lot of game time. Offside against India in the 90th minute. I don't see how much time, extra time. I don't see the board going up. 3 minutes of extra time. So the game is almost over. By the way, people, before you leave, please hit the like button so people will come and watch the channel next time. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I do bring, if I say so myself, quality content. So if you like quality content, subscribe, hit the like button, and do share the channel. Hayden, who's not been in the game late in the second half, trying to go over the top again. I don't know why we just don't keep the ball. One thing though, Dixon does have a lot of energy. I must say that about him. A lot of energy. He does play both ways. He's had a tough game, and he scored. So, you know, scoring sometimes all is forgiven, but he's had a tough game. But he does run back and help his right back. SC London Woolwich? Okay. I don't think I've been there. Now, I'm supportive of the local players getting game time, actually, especially against India. I'm supportive of them getting game time because it's hard to fly that far and then just sit down for the whole bench for the whole thing, especially when you get playing against an inferior team. India coming forward, they have numbers. Number 11 played inside. He has a chance to shoot and he slipped. See, Dixon again playing defense. The one thing Dixon does, he does work hard. Jamaica scrambled. The changes have affected Jamaica, actually. The changes affected Jamaica. The play, we haven't played as well. First half, we were very, very good. Up for like 3/4 of the first half. From about 15 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes from the first half, we have not looked the same. I don't think the changes have also helped, to be honest. But I'm supportive of players getting game times, especially in this game. Good ball at Jamaica coming forward. This is Merrick. Has Dixon. Dixon, good attempt trying to play the ball between the lines. One thing Dixon does do, he does put in effort and he does run. He runs all game. Look at him running back a while ago. Just done run 35 yards and running another 30 yards to go play defense. So he does put in the effort. Nope, he's not playing. Bless up Kirk James, and thank you for the big up. Yeah, J. Ross, it does happen. It does happen. It does happen. It happens. Who is down? Some players down. I'm not sure who that is, actually. Looks like he's in some pain. Yeah. It doesn't matter if the stadium's empty. If you have media rights and it's sold out, you don't really care, do you? You're making money already. So India players down. And they're showing some of Jamaica in the stands. A lot more women in the game than I would think there would be. Clive says not impressed. Well, come Saturday. Let's see if you get impressed on Saturday. I'm sure you probably play a stronger team. If you just join us, we are watching Jamaica versus India. Jamaica leading by 2-0. Goals scored by Courtney Clark and by Kaheem Dixon. So free kick to India. Jamaican equipment personnel medical team walking out the field very, very slow. We have played the allotted time. We're in the 94th minute. Probably another 30 seconds remaining. Cross into the box. Good cross. Headed out. Not a bad header. Out of bounds. Goal kick to Jamaica. It may be the last kick of the game. Vinsky, how you doing, Vinsky? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going well with you and the family. They're showing replay off. So I guess the game is all the players up the field. Maybe the last kick. I assume the refs are going to blow it off now. Ball headed out by India. Headed down by Lang to Hayden. Dixon tried to tackle. Well, turnover. Dixon tackled again. Out of bounds. Throw into India. India coming forward. Ball play wide. India coming forward. We're in the 96th minute, and it's supposed to be 3 minutes of extra time. And the referee is blowing the game off. So that's the end of the game. So we've had 2-0 game. Tyrese Alabama. We have had, so people, that's the end of the game. The 2 semifinals, the finals of the Indy Cup is set. India will play Zimbabwe in the 3rd place game on Saturday. And then in the feature match, the game of the tournament, the final, Jamaica will play against Nigeria. It's a repeat of last year's final. And last year, as you can recall, Jamaica had a stronger team, actually. And they tied 2-2 with Nigeria in a very, very good final and lost on penalty kicks. So we'll see if it's a similar result this year. The finals are on Saturday. It says 2:30 p.m., 2 games, 1 ticket. But it doesn't tell you when it starts. Now, I assume, because if the first game starts 2:30, the next game will be at 5 o'clock. That's 10 p.m. London time. Or is it 2? No, actually, it's 2:30 p.m. in England. So the first game, so what they've done, I think they're going to play before the Champions League game, actually. So 9:30 in England. So it's a 9:30 game, first game. I'm not sure when the second game is. They're going to conflict with the Champions League final. That is sad. Oh, that's poor planning. Jesus Lord. That is so poor planning. The first game is at 2:30 p.m. London time. So that's 9:30 p.m., 9:30 a.m. So they're going to start at the same time the Champions League games start. Unless they put a good distance between those games, they're in trouble. The Champions League games start at 12 o'clock. I don't know how that's going to work. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Because I want to bring both games. I don't think that's possible. That is not good, everyone. But anyway, the game is on Saturday. It's after the Indy game. The first game is at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Maybe they're playing the games early because it's so cold. I'm sorry, it's so hot in England. That's early for a game, though. That doesn't make any sense. You can't start a game 9:30. I got to go look for the time again, people. That doesn't make any sense to me. Nobody plays on 9:30 game. It says 2:30 p.m., which is 9:30 in the morning. That doesn't make any sense to me. No sense. I'm not sure what the story is. Not sure what the story is, people. But, as you can see, Jamaica has won the game by 2-0. Trying to pull something up here. Goal scored by Courtney Clark, who looked very impressive. So if we do a quick recap of the game. Bless up Jack Drummond, bless up Kevin Smith, Owen, Brownman Security, J. Russ, Flash 5G, everyone who have joined. I truly appreciate being here. It wasn't the most impressive performance. And by the way, people, before you leave, hit the like button. You have 400 people still on the channel. And it's 4:24 Eastern Standard Time. They're showing you some highlights of the game. The game, it wasn't an impressive performance by Jamaica. Jamaica played really well in the first 30 minutes. Tyrese took a very, very good shot to the far post subsequent to a brilliant goal being scored by Courtney Clark. And Courtney is a debutant for Jamaica. Tyrese only played one game previously. He played against DR Congo. He came in as a substitute in Mexico. And he played well today. But if I was to do a step back and do a more sequential or chronological assessment of the game, we started off the game really well. We're dominating possession. We scored early by Clark. Tyrese had a very good shot. Dixon had a very, very good chance that he should have put away. So we were dominant in the first half. In the first 35 minutes, almost 40, and then the game started to wane. India didn't put up much resistance. They didn't possess the ball well. They had a couple players with some ability. Their captain in the defense and one of their midfielders, Williams. But apart from that, they weren't overly impressive team. They weren't pressing. They weren't pushing hard. And by the way, the game was on Talk Sports because I just saw something jump on my screen. But second half, and Hayden was pulling the string. Brandon Cover, who was prominent throughout the whole game, was also pulling the strings. And they were some of the main persons who were dominating possession and trying to play the ball. But we didn't play the ball through the lines as much as we should. We weren't finding space behind the second line of defense. We weren't servicing Katamarti as much. We were very right side dominant, similar to how Arsenal played with Odegaard and Saka and Timber on the right. Between Cover and Dixon and Hayden and Katamarti wasn't much in the game. So we're very right side dominant. But we looked really good in the first half. Dixon had a clear-cut chance. He should have scored 1-on-1 with the keeper. He had a cross he should have made early in the first half, which he did make the right way. Placed the ball the right place. That could have created another chance. Clark looked really good. Courtney Clark from Walsall. He's very physical. He's athletic. And he has a good shot. And he's always looking to go far corner. In the defense, Lowe looked good until the last 15 minutes of the game. He played really well. So did Ming. They weren't getting any pressure from India. So you couldn't really judge how good they're playing just because they look good, but the competition also informs how you view their play. And then we had Odin Samuels, who was a trainee at Everton under 21, playing left back. He wasn't getting a lot of service. He played okay when he got the ball, made a couple of mistakes, but looked like a prospect. In the midfield, Hayden, by the way, in the goalkeeper, Conor Boyce Clark, didn't get tested at all. We know he's good with his feet. We have seen him for the other 21, 3-4 years ago. He's playing in National League now. Where is he playing? I forgot the name of the club he's playing for, but it's in National League. It is Aldershot, or whatever name it is. But he's good with his feet, but he didn't get tested at all. Not one shot did he have to save for the entire game, even though India took a few shots. I thought Hayden looked really good, like the maestro he normally is, but we'll see when we play India. But we know what Hayden can do. Clark looked good, as I mentioned. I thought Tyrese Hall had a very good game, but what disappeared in the second half was playing out left late in the game, but disappeared somewhat in the second half. But looked good when he gets the ball. I wasn't turning the ball over. Played really well. I thought up front, Katamarti didn't get a lot of service. Did a couple good back heels, but wasn't getting the service. I thought Fuller looked decent, but also wasn't getting the service and was being marked tightly. Dixon was another story. Got a ton of service, offside too much, turned the ball over a lot. He had in today's contemporary football terminology, how we assess people when they don't play well, he had a quiet game. But some people say he redeemed himself by scoring second half, subject to differing opinions. So in terms of the starting 11, most players look decent. The competition drives that. India didn't put up much of a fight. If you were talking about man of the match for Jamaica, it probably would have been Clark. It was a brilliant goal, and he played well and played both ways, actually. A lot of energy, have some skill, has a shot, put a foot in. Would it probably be him or probably even Hayden, actually, who I thought played well. In terms of the substitute, not sure if Dalton had a chance to. Ainsworth looked good when he came on. Most of them looked good. Ainsworth looked really, really good when he came on at left back, actually, for Samuels. Merritt didn't get enough chance to show you what he can do. Who else came on? I'm trying to remember. So Lang came on. He looked fine. I can't recall. So many numbers, I couldn't tell who number 11 was. Or this, was it 21? Center forward. So I got to ask JFF to give us next time the numbers for the substitute because I couldn't make it. Because we have some new players in the team. Right? And you see the starting lineup there and the rest of the players. Some players who were missing from this game was interesting. There was no Webster, who's the sort of starting left back for Jamaica now. There was no Katamarti, Kalen, who is his brother center forward, but he's a 17-year-old, 18-year-old who plays at Man City's academy. Didn't see him in the squad at all. I didn't see Lati Badir, even though he was announced. I'm not sure if he dropped out. So yeah. Kat says Dixon keeps getting bounced off the ball. Yeah, he didn't have the best game. He scored though, so that makes up for a lot. Someone said Talksport got shut down in the middle of the game. Yeah, it appears that way. Was this game an audition? When you play for your national team, it's always an audition. Always. Always an audition. Audition for scouts, an audition for yourself, an audition for the coach. He's 16? Okay. Thought he was 17. But City paid what? 1.5 million for him or 1.6 million, whatever the number is. He cost more than his brother. His brother's starting for Jamaica. Not sure if he pulled out because he wasn't on the bench. So I'm not sure what that's about. Junior said Dixon needs to be in the first team at his club and come out of the academy squad. So I'm happy for them. Okay. Luton said Jamaica not good, not at all for the past 15 years. We get one ball at a time. Ravel. Well, no, we need 40 good. So Hayden show how does that look good in the midfield and he wearing the fun in the game. So, no, he looked good to me. I'm not sure what you're talking about. He was extremely good in the first half. He doesn't have to run around to be a CDM. Zubimendi doesn't run around as CDM. Rodri doesn't run around as a CDM. Which CDM is he run around like the athlete apart from when Declan Rice could play CDM? Well, CDM now run around like a madman. And a survey in the game and Marshall in the game. That's the way I thought about. Nigeria looked poor the other day. All the teams look poor. They're missing most of their players. Nigeria against Zimbabwe, they didn't look good. The game was boring. So you can't see a ton because Nigeria didn't look good. Jamaica didn't look good. Jamaica looked okay, but India was poor. Zimbabwe was poor. So Nigeria, Jamaica Saturday will tell us more, actually. Is Jamaica getting the W this weekend? I have no idea. Nigeria is a 10 times much better team than India. So Rudolph would have to play his better team on Saturday. Can't play the same team. He'd probably bring in Ainsworth. If I was Rudolph, I wouldn't start Dixon. That's just me. I thought he was very poor. He scored, but he was poor. I wouldn't start Samuels. I'd probably start Ainsworth. I'd probably start... I don't know if Latti and Webster are there. Obviously, Webster starts if he's there instead of Ainsworth. I don't think Mings did anything not to be there, and we may not have an option anyway. Obviously, Lowe's going to play. Kadamarti's going to play. I think Clark should play. Hayden should play. Tyrese Hall should play. So, not material changes, but changes around the edges. Craig, you see any pattern of play and if I were the coach wanted? The pattern of play was similar to how we play against Congo. We seem to be nice on the ball until we pass the halfway line and then it breaks down. So we spend a lot of the first half playing between Brandon. Well, by the way, Brandon Cover was very good. Brandon Cover, Lowe, Ming, Hayden. They dominated possession in the first half. And then you'd have, lesser than that, Clark, Dixon. There was no ball to Kadamarti or to Fuller or even to Samuels on the left. And Tyrese was in the game for some bits, but he was in and out of the game. Ricardo said, Kranky, Jamaica won't get lesser than 3 Saturday. We'll see. The ball is rounding up. Be better competition. I'm sure they're going to have to play differently and play better. But anyway, people, I'm going to close the stream down. I'm going to say this because I appreciate you being here. We've been on since what? 2:30, so it's a couple hours show. It was Jamaica. Look, Jamaica won. The goal is to get to the final, then pick your best team, I would assume, and then try to play well. That's the goal. They achieved their goal. They got to the final. Certain players solidified their place in the team, at least for this tournament, in Tyrese Hall and Clark, to me, to an extent, maybe Ming, if Latti's not available. Definitely Brandon Cover. So Cover, Ming, Clark, and Hall, to me, solidify their position. As those are not veteran. The Lowe's and the Haydens of the world are sure picks, as they say. Bless up, King Duck. I think both wings are open between Fuller and Dixon. Kadamarti wasn't in the game, so it's hard to judge him. Yeah. Okay, Ricardo. I think Jamaica will look, it depends on how Ricardo, if you start Ricardo and Dixon was, we'll see what he does on Saturday. He has some decisions to make. Right? I thought when he made the changes, I thought he would take Dixon out of the game, but he didn't. That's weird, actually. He did the same thing against DR Congo.
the players playing the worst get to play the entire game. I don't even understand this logic. Seriously. Maybe he had no other winger. I don't know. Maybe he did like we did when we go to Gold Cup with 2 midfielders. Maybe he went with 3 wingers. I don't know how that works. But I don't consider Fuller to be a traditional winger. You know, he can play across the front line. So he has to play Dixon because of dollars. I don't know. Who knows why, but I was a little bit surprised, actually. A little bit surprised. But anyway, before you go, people, please hit the like button. Why is it that the likes and the people watching are the same number? And that shouldn't be the same number. It should be much more likes than people watching. Please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please do so, because I'm going to bring you much more content. And we're going to be doing a lot of content during the World Cup, actually. So you should definitely subscribe to the channel. World Cup, PSG, Arsenal this weekend. Maybe even do a Knicks finals. And we'll also do the Jamaica, if time permits and if the games don't clash, Jamaica versus Nigeria. It's unfortunate. I think the game, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably watch both games and comment on both games. On Saturday, I'll probably watch both. If they clash, I'll probably do both. But anyway, thanks for being here. Before you go, please support the channel. We do appreciate you. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening. See you Saturday. Either way. Arsenal, PSG, Jamaica, Nigeria. Have a good evening. Peace out.